Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Crowd begins with a pass. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 4. From the gun, here's Stroud. And is open middle of the field. It is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Texans are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Come on. One more hut. Big ace, big ace. One more hut.
Murray now going to throw to open. Going right sideline and complete.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, shit. Come back. Easy. Hey, easy, quiver. Move. Two.
On 1st down, Murray gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Easy. What you got? Buzz.
Now 2nd down throw from Murray. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 36 yards.
That's one. Big ace. Hey, Omaha. Hey.
To throw again is Murray. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. And hold on to that football, young man. As a keeper, his 1st NFL touchdown.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Saints come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Mitchell.
And move out the way.
And he's down at the 23, and that's
Nah, you're fucking me up.
will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
On first down, it's Stroud. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down. To throw is Stroud. He'll look middle, and he's got his man.
Yes, sir.
Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch. Stroud to throw. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal.
That one taken in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Come back.
Murray now to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Murray. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Hey. Omaha. Deuce.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
Goes without saying, like, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over, and you come away with nothing.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Miller is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that matters, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side is the end zone, and they get 6.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. On the return, it's Mitchell.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. On the quick slant, they find Dell. Nice game here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now, Stroud. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down.
On 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. That one caught by takedown. And he'll be run out short of the line of scrimmage. So let's call it a loss of 1 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. On the run to the right. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
C.J. Stroud sacked. A loss of 7 yards.
90 seconds.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like the touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drives, or do they settle for 3?
You let my quarterback get hit too many times on that drive and in there. I should have been running the ball. Why Nico Collins ain't beating man coverage? I don't fucking know. Let's go to down. Yeah, I need to
unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Yeah.
They'll get it going.
Yeah, we out there.
Miller trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw is Murray. Little short pass here. And they'll get about 8 out of that run, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Hey, Ace.
Murray.
I need the other cornerback. You need to be aware of what's going on, dog.
First half and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation.
Rush the tight end, release.
Guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So,
Yeah, we out here.
with the ball, winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being
Rush the tight end, release.
His handoff to Miller, running left.
Fine.
3 right at the midfield striker.
He's taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Hey. Big Ace. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. That is incomplete.
Good defense.
Work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. Open man left side.
Dog, linebacker, dog.
And he's going to have a Saints 1st down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Stop.
Off the play fake. Here's Murray.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Here's Miller. And he's in. Kendra Miller. Touchdown Saints. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. What a standout performance early on in this one. That is 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Going right sideline and complete. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On 1st down, Murray. And he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. LeBron halfway. Good on the extra point. And the Texans add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Sit. Forward. Hey, over.
First down throw for Murray. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Forward. Hey. Hey. One more. 2-2.
Now give on the ground. He's inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
On first down, it's Stroud. This is down that right sideline. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 33 yards. Saints going to use their second timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Alert the hot.
To throw is Stroud. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
On second down, Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. First down.
That was a nice little option.
Stroud going to set up the throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10 on the 25-yard line.
Here's Strauss. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. He's got Dell for that one. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On first and 10, Murray. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. He'll keep this one on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. We'll start the drive with Miller. Finding room across midfield. Finally bring him down, but he gets it to the red zone. Brings it inside the 20. A big one there to start the second half. A gain of 48.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first.
Watch the tight end.
They'll stay on the ground.
There we go.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Second and 12. at the 19-yard line.
I know, sir.
Watch quit. Watch quit.
To throw is Murray. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff, and Miller heading left. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
On 3rd down, they go with Miller.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down, and here's Allen. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On the handoff, and it's Allen. Not much there, maybe a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that'll be incomplete.
Man, why you can't catch the ball, bro? Oh, do I gotta press L1 in order to get a good catch?
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. Stroud to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. They will indeed go as they look to throw. In the middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have a Texans first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on fourth down.
First down, Houston.
From the gun, here's Stroud. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up second and 2 at the 16-yard line.
Thank you, Texas. Fly Tony.
A second down throw for Stroud. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal.
First and goal, Houston.
Hey, uno more. Hey, uno.
Here's Stroud. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Texans. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Big Ace. Bush. 2-2.
On the handoff, this is Miller. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Once again, it's Miller. He'll manage only a couple. Jalen Smith there for the stop. 3rd and 10.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. They get 15 on that game. First down, New Orleans. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's 1st and 10.
Shit.
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On second down, Murray. Throwing right, it's
Come on, girl. Be there.
for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchdown. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball. If that ball hits his hands, more times than not, it's going to be a ticket.
And mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10.
And the Texans
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Quick throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. He's been outstanding. That one good for a first down.
First down, Texans.
Look to hot.
Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That's caught. And he will score. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Door.
On the ground, it's Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down.
At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Here's a handoff to Miller. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Buzz.
They'll run with Miller. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. These running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Murray now on second down. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, lead. 2-2. Hot.
They'll run it right here with Miller. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, it is 2nd and 9. Play action now. It's Murray. Moving outside the pocket. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Now it's Miller. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Saints first down. As that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
Really really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. 3rd and 6. Murray. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. Crowd to throw here on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here for Collins.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
What? All right.
Here's Stroud. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonas Sanker.
I gotta be honest, Mike, I'm a little surprised in the fact that they're even deciding to throw the ball, given the situation. I mean, it's unlikely that that decision will cost them the game, but stranger things have happened on a football field.
Now Murray on 1st down. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap. We'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire